Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Eton Elite Field, and we'll perform an evening medium wave band scan. Current time is 10:22 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. We'll go over some features of the radio, do a little size comparison, then cruise the evening band. So the radio itself is pretty big, 12 by 7. And so let's see what we have. We have nothing on the left-hand side, just this gunmetal color. I do like this color. We have the speaker area. It looks like there is a baffle in here. There's probably a 3-inch speaker inside there, and there's a little mid-range tweeter here of 2 inches. Over here we have our LCD display, which is nicely backlit. We have a power button here with a sleep function. We have RDS info with a lock button. Then we have a series of buttons here, which we'll go over. I'll kind of lift this up to the camera. We have, and you can look, they're actually backlit also. We have a pair feature for the Bluetooth, timer A for setting an alarm, and tuning step all on one button. Over here we have pause play for the Bluetooth, timer B, alarm, and a mono stereo button. Time set display button. We have a quick tune button with brightness control. This quick tune is very nice to have. Alarm feature with a memory so you can set your presets, and a dedicated preset button. Down here, we have the up arrow, which is for seeking forward and stepping forward manually through the frequency, and same with this down arrow. And then they also function as back and forward tracks, and then setting hour and minutes. Set this down here. We have some knobs here. The first one here we have is a bandwidth control. We have narrow, wide. Then we have Bluetooth, FM. Down here we have band selector, medium wave, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, shortwave 3. Volume, shortwave gain, bass, and treble controls. There's a lot of stuff on this radio. Right hand side, if I can get this in the frame here, let me swing this around and get the light on there. So we have some switches. We have an antenna switch. So we have internal antennas and external antennas. We have a DX local switch. And we have the backlight on or off. And right now I have it set to always on. When you're running batteries, just be careful you don't leave that on. It's easy to do that, which I've done. Line out, line in, headphone jack for FM stereo. And we have our DC input of 7 volts. They do supply the AC adapter when you buy this radio. It is a bonus. Top of the radio is a nice carry strap. And we're going to use this to move it around. Get to the back side of the radio real quick. On the back here, we have a nice 4-foot antenna. Here is our inputs. We have an FM antenna input, an AM wire antenna with a 500 ohm rating, and then we have the shortwave antenna input there. Behind the battery compartment here, we have 4 D-cell batteries that power this unit when it's not hooked up to AC. All right, let's flip it back around. We'll do a little size comparison and see what this thing can do in the evening. I had it going during the day today, and it was really nice. So let's go ahead and see how it does. Yeah, see, I had the original Field BT. It just wasn't as powerful on medium wave as this one is. Okay, get that centered on the camera. All right, so size comparison. I brought this out. This is fun. This is the new Elite Mini, the little mini shortwave radio by Eton. You get an idea. It's kind of cool. It's like the little baby. I usually use, let's see what else I got. I got a deck of cards here. Give you an idea for that size. Yeah, it's just, you really can't show too big radios. It fills up too much of the camera frame, but this gives you a general idea. I always have my CC Skywave handy. There you go. Everything's fitting within the dimensions of that speaker grill. And that's another nice thing about this radio. This speaker is amazing. Oh, can't forget about little CC Pocket here. I usually use him quite a bit too. All right, so let's go ahead, move some of these radios over out of the way, and let's start turning this on. See what we can hear tonight. Let's go ahead. Power button. Okay, so if you notice here, tuning step, you can change this to slow, stop, fast, which is really nice. Leave it on fast. If we have to slow tune, that'll give us our 1 kilohertz stepping. It might be nice when we want to change something up to get close to a frequency. So let's go to 530. Really strong signal here from CHLO, Brampton, Ontario. 441 miles away, 250 watts.
Get me the job, and I can start Monday if you don't mind.
The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the...
Here's WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles away, 400 watts.
Wait, go look, you're an idiot. Have you ever seen NFL films? The audio is always...
A lot of stations going on here. It's usually St. Louis on 550.
Everybody loves Donald Trump, Sebastian.
Everybody wants it to be
I
Donald
know.
Trump.
By the way, every rap song...
Here's 560, WIND, Chicago.
American dream.
Right.
And here the Democrats are trying to turn around and be some racist. It's ridiculous.
I want you to remember 3 key things regarding firearm safety in the field. Number 1.
570, WNAX, Yankton, South Dakota, 460 miles, 5,000 watts.
All times. And number 3, be sure to target his background before you fire that.
Right now, to get your amazing vacation for only $99. 800-734-5114. 800-734-5114. Call 800-734-5114.
Trying to get call letters.
Stay connected with the news you need. WIBW. WIBWNewsNet.com. FM News 104.9. Comic can help you make financial progress to getting you.
Okay, I think he said WIBW. I'll check that out. Because I only have written down WTCM for this. So if I find out what that was, I will put up the information there.
Radio
Okay, this is KXSP. This is Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts. WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, kind of mixing with a bunch of stations. I think this direction here is Kansas City, Missouri, KCSP, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
This is Jeff Wagner for CertaPro Painters. I've been telling you about CertaPro Painters for a couple of years now.
I use them to do work.
There's a narrow filter. This is 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I could not be happier. CertaPro provided me with a customized project
Plan, a firm estimate, and daily progress updates. They were great to work.
Normally here's CFCO country music. And sometimes I'll pick up a St. Louis station here also. Both challenging tonight for reception. WMFN, Eton, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night. Okay, this is 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
At CDW, we get that multiple branches and distributed locations can leave your IT staff stressed out. Like Phil here.
670 WSCR, The Score, Chicago.
CDW can implement an Aruba SD branch solution that streamlines IT operations with simple onboarding tools and unified management of wired and wireless connections. It's like a big warm IT hug.
Yeah. So indeed. Takes the snap, looks over the middle, fires, and it is caught. Touchdown! Willie Snead!
Okay, CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
Third down and 6.
his family and crew, the men and women who built this city, do not come to work every day.
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Painful reminder of that. We thank our first responders.
You have what you need when you need it. Typically shipping within 72 hours or less. So whether you're a fabricator or manufacturer of metal or wood products, go to 920machine.com and we'll send you a catalog. Over 400 pages of what you love.
710 is WOR, New York, New York, 750 miles. As you see, when I switch to the narrow bandwidth filter, you can take some of the bass out, add some more treble, clear up the signal a little bit. Helps a lot.
Get the Machine Lover's Dream catalog free by calling 920-MACHINE or go to 920machine.com. Get your free catalog while they last at 920machine.com.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born.
So Butch goes to the military academy, becomes a World War II hero, takes down 5 Japanese bombers, saves an aircraft carrier.
He's a flying ace.
Yeah. President Roosevelt gives him the Congressional Medal of Honor, and then they eventually...
720 WGN Chicago.
But so what happened was...
I guess he wasn't that lazy then, huh?
Now, well...
Dose vaccine only in doctors' clinics. Contact your doctor and make an appointment.
Hey, Dad, I'm just reading...
740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Usually have some nice music playing.
4% more effective than Fluzone's standard dose. Your senior...
Brought to you by Unbound.org. Girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change their world, and it will change your
WSB,
own.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Unbound.org. Steve Winslow, 95.5 WSB. I'm WSB meteorologist Kirk Mullins with Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast. Starry skies through the early morning.
630 miles. Sweet. Sounding good. I love the sound of this radio. Wow. Yeah, I'll have some links below to this radio. Watch for sales. I got mine for $78. It's just they had a sale going on Amazon. They flip-flop it all the time. Keep an eye on them. Really, it's worth the money completely.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's new
Legal dispute between two parties.
Okay, 760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
Dale, you're on the Savage Nation.
Hey, how's it going? Don't have the information at their fingertips in order to make smart decisions here.
So here's an example.
Along the Mississippi, and the Spanish take it west, and the British take everything east.
So you can off-tune it a little bit to get a little better reception.
In the future, and in that claim down the Mississippi, this is to be enforced.
This is 770 WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles again.
For the British settlers in the east, you know, they say we can't go past the Mississippi. Let's get there and see what's on the other side. Does it become like a glass ceiling as opposed to...
Thane Rosenbaum, WBBM News Time 1036.
This is Josh Liss with information to share with you.
So there you go, WBBM Chicago, local.
This holiday season, finding the perfect gift from your computer, tablet, or smartphone is a breeze. Just a few taps.
Secretary Mark Esper has reportedly asked Navy Secretary Richard Spencer to resign over his handling of a controversial case involving a Navy seaman Eddie Gallagher. Gallagher earlier this year was accused of war crimes. He was acquitted of a murder charge earlier this year.
810 WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
He was accused of taking a picture with the corpse of a member of ISIS.
The less there was support amongst independents for these impeachment hearings. Because they realize that this whole thing is a sham. This whole thing...
820 is WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles away.
We've got the Inspector General report coming out on December 9th. And let me tell you something, folks.
Mostly clear and chilly tonight, overnight low 26. I'm Laura Alt, News Talk 830 WCCO.
There you go, WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles, coming in good.
1037. I'm Clyde Lewis.
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles.
Numbers to call tonight, 877-733.
This is KOA Denver, Colorado. I'm going to bring out my loop, have on a chair here. We got the select antenna. See if we can't improve the signal.
560 South Lafayette Street. That's 560 South Lafayette Street in Denver. Look for the giant orange and blue building.
If your cousin is in the use the Kirk Allstream, Allstream Associates. He's a former chief district engineer with 27 years experience. Kirk Allstream will forever. Go to 3DUI.com. That's 3DUI.com.
Honor flight, remind the pods, and remember the sacrifices our soldiers have made serving our nation where and when they need it. We honor each of you, America's veterans who serve faithfully.
There you go, I heard KOA. Not sure if I mentioned distance. Denver is 890 miles away.
Comment répondre à cette question-là, mais
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. French-speaking station. 460 miles.
Je ne sais pas ce que les gens vont retenir parce que j'étais surpris de voir que plusieurs personnes qui ont lu des...
Download speeds up to 940 megabits per second with Gigablast. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Restrictions apply. Visit cox.com/internet to learn more.
WWL.
Happening here. You hear it here. The news, talk, and sports leader. The Big 870. 105.3 WWL FM and WWL.com.
So that's New Orleans, Louisiana. 865 miles. Coming in nice. There's like a pile-up of stations here. Usually WCBS comes in clear, but we're getting some other stations mixing. Usually there's an Ontario station in the same direction.
Thank you very much for being here.
I think AM sync would have been nice on this radio. That would be really cool. That and single sideband. Man, they'd have an awesome radio if they put single sideband on here. All right. 890 WLS Chicago.
You made a good play. I don't even know if that was really me in on that play, but I sure will take.
I don't mind traveling by rail. The car and feathers is what we need. And now, Space Patrol, tell us about your rocket. For example, how big are they?
Well, they're about between 120 and 30 feet.
900 here is CHML. Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles. They do old-time radio at night. Every night. Just going to scroll through these pretty quick here and get to 990.
You ended up being severely criticized for some of your comments. You say in the book that stung. Does it still sting?
Yeah, sure, because I didn't do anything wrong. I used the information that had been provided to me.
So this is, I got my list here, CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
To be wrong in one critical respect, there was.
Headphones, it's everything they'll need to get riding, altogether valued at $249. For more details, see onepeloton.com.
Don Lebatard. I hope you enjoy this Thanksgiving. This is the Don Lebatard Show on ESPN Radio.
WMVP, Chicago.
Ferguson app.
So that's the big concern here. It's the radicalizations.
More to come. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
As a kid, I wanted to snowboard all over the world, but then I contracted bacterial meningitis. My legs were amputated below the knee.
This is 1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. No. Oh, that's right. I'm laughing. I'm right, actually. I was thinking something else. 450 miles. Yes. I'm right. Are we going to cruise here a little quicker?
You felt the Republicans overreached in terms of going after Bill Clinton.
WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Would have you voted?
5 to 8 a.m. at the Iowa State Fairgrounds on News Radio 1040 WHO.
There you go. WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Week's One-on-One with Matt Leon. Subscribe now on the radio.com app or wherever you get your podcasts.
11:42 conference traffic and weather on the tubes. Still have Route 1 southbound out of Bucks County at 413. All lanes blocked. It is due to an accident. Again, Route 1 southbound.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
If you want to use 213, that's Maple Avenue.
1090. Nothing there tonight.
The King, LeBron James, in seemingly his 45th season in the NBA.
1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio. This is 345 miles.
4 of 7 threes. Missed 5 free throws. No matter, darling, where you are.
Okay, KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Day and night.
It'll offend one person, usually a liberal white professor.
1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
Corporations are so brave.
The ideas of punishing the poor and punishing people of color. That's what presenter Ida Sharif said. I don't see it as an institution that can ever fully break away from
1180 WHAM, WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
Society and
Epstein didn't kill himself.
And now why we have this
Thanks, 7247.
But what I want to say to you, Rob Carson.
Pretty sensitive. I'm picking up different stations here, but 1210 WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. This is probably WHKW, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
And you have to hire these people and put up with them.
Rocking through the band, getting there. Oh wow, that's pretty wild sounding. Definitely some kind of interference.
I guess you're one of your wealthy people's server. They say Ukraine has it. There are a lot of things that went on. The whole situation. I think you're surrounding yourself with some of the things.
I think this is CIWW, Ottawa, Ontario, 660 miles.
And I would like to get to the bottom. I think Paul Gaston did that whole nonsense ended with great more performance by men, lower and incompetent performance. But they.
But the teachers unions, I tell you, not high on my list.
This is WILS, Lansing, Michigan, 190 miles away, I believe. Or it could be WJAS, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Music here, I think, is WTAQ, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 155 miles, 5,000 watts.
Es la razón de la temporada y si no tiene eso en mente tal vez no va a gastar tanto dinero, estar solo pensando en regalos y en cosas más.
Okay, I want to say
pensando en lo espiritual en las próximas 4 semanas.
KXFN, possibly, St. Louis, Missouri, or CKPC, Brantford, Ontario. I'll check that and I'll put it here. Hispanic speaking station on 1380. That's what it sounds like. Okay, I'm gonna keep going up here.
had to say about the mind control and some of the things that we
WMBD Peoria. They do ground zero and coast to coast. Depending on conditions, I'll flash back and forth between 840 WHAS, 1100 WTAM, and then Peoria there in 1470. If stations fade and I have issues with them, it's pretty funny. I go back and forth to get the best signal. But you got to. It's nice that it's syndicated broadcasts. Yeah, conditions are a little rough tonight. This is usually WLAC, usually comes nice and clear. It's definitely a solid radio. If I was to pick up my Skywave and tune it, we'd get the same result.
You got these media reports over here that are saying the same thing.
KOKC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 690 miles.
Drag those people to court. That's how you take them to court. But
ESPN NFL, 5 touchdown passes on Lamar Jackson.
1530 WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
15 to 20, 169, 5 touchdowns, 8 carries, 95 yards. He could have 6 touchdowns total. Had not the turf monster got him at the half-yard line, and then Lamar against
us, no threat.
Well, I dare say that even for the top dog in the world, that would have been beyond.
1540 Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
So to do, so I don't think Don.
This is 1610 CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Away Marcus Peters to the Baltimore Ravens in the big Marcus Peters revenge game. Marcus Peters did have a pick, great athletic play he had tonight, picking off Jared Goff. At the end of the game, we're watching the players.
This might be a sports station, KOZN, Bellevue, Nebraska, 390 miles, 1,000 watts at night, possible. I think it is.
Had to be held back. Two players were being separated all the way back to the locker room. Not Deshaun Watson, not Christian McCaffrey, who I think has been amazing. There's 2 people that can win NFL MVP. It's Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson.
Okay, 1700 here is KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. And then there's some Hispanic music on KKLF, Richardson, Texas, which is 790 miles away.
Houston, Texas, where that was billed as an MVP showdown between Deshaun Watson. Dominated in that matchup. Lamar is running away from it, and I'm just happy to see that we are starting to create systems in the NFL allow for that Lamar Jackson to be successful.
Just hear a hint of that music. Trying to null out the other station. There we are. I think that's it. And 17 dead. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this off. Do final thoughts? All right, the Eton Elite Field. Yeah, amazing radio. Enjoying this. Definitely does great. Tonight, yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge on the medium wave, but you heard some of the big stations coming through, no problem. My older Field BT model is definitely be replaced by this because that one just had a problem with the medium wave. You get towards the top of the band, you'd have to crank this volume all the way over to hear anything. It was pretty depressing, unfortunately, though it did really good on FM and very good on shortwave, same as this radio. So yeah, I'm really liking the looks of this radio. It's like the overall appeal, like the different colored knobs, just looks awesome. I'm really liking this. I like the backlit buttons. That's really nice. So everything about this, yeah, it's awesome. I like record a daytime band scan, which was great. Evening has been great. It's been responsive to a passive loop. No issues there. I do like it, radio to be responsive to that. Some radios, they tend not to work as well. This one works really well. So yeah, there it is, the medium wave band scan, the Eton Elite Field. So if you like these videos and you love Eton products, just hit subscribe at the bell icon, get sure notified of future videos with this radio or other radios like it. And third, of course, comment below what you think about the Eton Elite Field. Would you pick one up for $78 like I did? I think it's a pretty no-brainer. It's really good quality. I mean, no harmonics. Usually Eton products sometimes have harmonics, like the Traveler series. I get some birdie tones and harmonics from the built-in display. This one here, they isolated it really nicely. So really happy with the performance of the medium wave band on this radio. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.